Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Edify. In this video we are going to learn about loops. So let's get started. Programs repeat the same lines of code over and over again to build all sorts of things like the repeated elements in the app shown on the screen. One way to repeat lines of code is to write the code over and over again using print function, but it takes a really long time if you want to create a larger program. To build the larger programs and websites, we repeat lines of code using the loops, that is, while loop and for loop. Let's understand how while loop works. With the while loop, we can execute a set of statements as long as the condition is true. Let's create a variable I is equals to 1 while I is less than 10. Here I is known as a counter variable. Then print I. Remember to increment I or else loop will continue forever. And if we compile it, we get the output as 1 to 9, since I should be less than 10. Then type else and print I is no longer less than 10. And if we compile it, it prints the output. Let's see how we can make use of break statement. With the break statement, we can stop the loop even if the while condition is true. Add if I is equals to 3 under print statement and type break. Now if we compile it, we get the output as 1, 2, 3. And now we have one more statement, that is continue. With this statement, we can stop the current iteration and continue with the next. Let's create variable I is equals to 0 while I is less than 10. Then increment I. If I is equals to 4, then type continue and then print I. If we compile it, we get the output as 1 to 10 except 4. Moving on to for loop. A for loop is used for iterating over a sequence. The for loop does not require an indexing variable to set beforehand. For example, num is equals to list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and for x in num print x. Now if we compile it, we get the output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Making use of break and continue statements. Type if x is equals to 4 under for loop and then type break. And if we compile it, we get the value as 1, 2, 3. Likewise, we use continue statement too. We make use of range function in for loop. This is used to loop through a set of code a specified number of times. The range function returns a sequence of numbers starting from 0 by default and increments by 1 by default and ends at a specified number. For example, for x in range of 10 and then type print, and if we compile it, we get output as 0 to 9. Range of 10 is not the values from 0 to 10, but the values from 0 to 9. So this was all about the loops, break and continue statements and how to make use of range function. These factors helps us to maintain the flow control in coding. I hope you guys had fun learning it. If you like it, please subscribe and follow for more such videos.